Alright, I think we found the place. About time. I'm gonna go all the way back east for a bit, and then loop around, back up the cliff sides, avoid falling in again. And here we are. Smith Casey's garage. Which has more items. And of course, standard loot for in a garage. Nothing much exciting. Very unassuming place, really. And who would think that if you go back here and just tap this button, leads to an underground place which just happens to have a vault. Oh, hello there. And here she is, Vault 112, which for some reason you're able to activate from outside. No idea why that would be. I mean, the vaults are supposed to keep everyone inside safe. Why would they put an activation switch outside that just anyone can come and turn on? Doesn't make much sense. It's a cool looking place though. Obviously very scientific.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued vault suit before proceeding. If you have misplaced your suit, I am authorized to distribute a new one. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger. Please take a seat in the nearest available Tranquility Lounger. Thank you for your cooperation.
So, Vault 112, pretty interesting. Doesn't have any of the things that Vault typically really would have. And there's a clinic area, supposedly. But you don't really see any signs of it. And I guess there's this area, which, strange that there's x-rays up here. I mean, who's getting their x-rays taken in this place? And if you've not played this game before, and are confused as to what I'm talking about, it's got to do with these things. Those are pods. They have people inside them. The people don't leave their pods. Ever. So, for there to be x-rays, someone must have been out of their pod at some point. Or, someone else was here. So, yeah. Let's just head on down here. So we'll put on our new suit. And we have to go and find one of the unoccupied areas. But you can actually look in and see all the different people in here. And you can see that everyone is bald. That one's broken. Bald again. Bald again. Bald. Bald. That one's just fine. And that one has a person in it, but you can activate it. And if you look carefully, they don't appear to be bald, do they? In fact, they look pretty familiar. It's Dad. Dad is in there, so we have to hop in here. And there was a face. And we're in Tranquility Lane. And everything is now grayscale.
You probably ought to go talk to Betty, kiddo. Don't want to keep her waiting. She's out there on the playground, probably looking for you. Run along now.
You'll notice that things seem a little
Hey
bit
there,
strange
little lady.
here.
How's it going? Nope. Afraid not. Don't you worry about it, though. You'll find him. You mean besides how wonderful it is to live here? Everyone's very friendly. Even old Lady Dithers, though she's lost most of her marbles. Sounds like you've been spending too much time with your nose in those darned comic books, sport. Have a great day.
See? Very strange. No one knows that they're in a computer simulation. No one knows that they're in a vault. Nobody knows that there's nothing outside of this neighborhood. They don't really seem to care that this road just goes in a circle. It doesn't go anywhere at all. They just live here forever. They've got cars that they don't drive. There's a dog called Doc who barks. And there's this little girl.
Oh, someone new to play with. What good luck I have lately. I was just starting to get bored. Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
And she's the only one that really seems to have any sort of awareness of what's going on at all. And that is because
I'm Betty. I live here on... I knew you would. It's a really simple game. All you have to do... It'll be funny. Come on. Make him cry, and then come...
that's because she is not really what she seems to be. Continuing where I left off.
Hi there. I'm Timmy. Wanna...
Let's see.
What? What? No, I don't like her. She's creepy. And she laughs.
Let's see now. Make you cry. I knocked all your lemonade down. Now what? No? Fine.
I'm gonna beat you up. Stop. I'm gonna... Stop.
I unfortunately don't have the skill to actually make him cry through speech, so yeah.
No. No.
Alright, he cried.
You sure showed him, didn't...
I suppose it wasn't the most cerebral way to deal with the situation, but it was definitely effective. Consider the game won. And with that, you win a prize. Your prize is one question which I will answer to the best of my ability.
And that is exactly why she knows what's going on. She is the person that your dad came to find in the vault. She is that great scientist from 202.3 years ago who helped create the vault systems and stuff. And this world is his personal paradise. Don't believe me? I'll let him explain.
I was known as Dr. Stanislaus Braun, but here I choose this identity. Do you find it unsettling? In this place, I can choose to be whatever I wish, and this is what I have chosen.
You will find that I control a great deal around here.
I wonder if the voice actors who did the dialogue for this person enjoyed just doing this. Let's see.
Why not? I've been in this place for 200 years. This is something to keep me amused.
Much like my willingness to entertain your questions, though now I grow bored. So I think I shall set you to a new task. Pay a visit to the Rockwells. They're very happily married, and I'd like you to change that. Put an end to their marriage, and we'll talk. Rationalize it any way you'd like. If you succeed, we'll continue our discussion.
So yeah, he just is enjoying controlling people's lives, being a godlike dictator in a way. There's another way we can actually go about this though, which is really stick to this evil individual.
You don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. It's not real, none of it. It needs to end. The suffering must end.
And the other route is this old lady.
We're not really here. We're not really talking. It's all made up. Make-believe. We're sleeping, dreaming. The dream became a nightmare. It has to end. It just has to. But we're not in charge. He is. And he doesn't want us to wake up. He calls himself Betty now, but he's still the same. He can put on a new face all he likes, but underneath he's still evil. Braun. Bastard thinks because he helped create this place, he's God here. But I know he still uses the fail-safe terminal. I know it. Don't know. Can't sleep sometimes. Hear voices. My own skin doesn't feel right. None of this is right. You've got to believe me. You've got to find that fail-safe. It's in the abandoned house. He doesn't want us going in there because he's afraid we might find it. It's the only terminal to the outside. The only way to shut the whole thing down. You've got to find it.
So for some reason she knows that this is all simulation, but everyone else does not. Probably something defective with the pod she's in. We can see that there's a couple broken ones. Now if we want to be a good person, we go find the failsafe. If we want to be a bad person, we keep on messing around with this area and just making people's lives miserable. But honestly, I'm just too good-hearted of a person. It's very interesting that this house is all broken up and busted and abandoned. Too bad I don't have any way of... musical instruments. I don't know what I'm actually doing with that, so I'm just going to keep on looking around here. And there's beds I can sleep in, but that doesn't help me at all. It's unfortunate that it is so dark in here that I can't really see. I suppose I'll keep messing around with these little musical clues then. Aha! I did it by ear. Don't really remember how you're supposed to find this out the normal way, but hey. I found the terminal. And if you want to know more about this place, I'll bring these up so you can look at them. You can just pause the video and read it yourself. I'm not going to really read it, so enjoy reading what you can. Basically, this is all talking about how he resets the simulation and changes the setting of the simulation. It's been a tropical island, a ski lodge, that's now this nice pleasant little neighborhood. And this actually has some notes on things that have happened. Manual override for all the pods is disabled, which is why everyone's stuck in here. Memory access is disabled for individual users, which is why no one remembers anything. Further updates are require approval by Braun, basically giving him complete control over everything. Then an unknown user was granted access, and then that unknown user was changed by Braun. That is something important to keep in mind. Oops. Okay. Let's go back. Now, if we do this one, it will override everything and we'll move on with our lives. So, everyone who is killed in the simulation will die. So, I think we're gonna do it this way. End the suffering of everyone, free them from the control of a madman, and bring my dad out of the thing. Hooray! Run, Roger, run! There is no escape. Now it's rubber in this person's face.
Do you realize what you've done? You've triggered the failsafe, ruined everything. The subjects will die and I'll be stuck here in this hell alone.
You ruined everything! Everything!
It is not over. It is not over until I say so. Do you understand me? I
just want things to go back the way they were.
Tell me about the Gek.
The Garden of Eden creation kit. It was for terraforming, for restoring the world after a nuclear disaster. Unstable technology, and ultimately boring. Why remake the old reality when instead you could create any reality you choose? He's been right here the whole time, and you were too dense to figure it out. The dog, you see.
Man's best friend. But now you've taken all my friends from me.
Yes, I'm sure he's fine. No doubt when you leave the simulation he'll be waiting for you.
But there's no one waiting for me.
Well, you should have thought about what you were doing when you decided to become a god of a place and subject everyone to permanent slavery. So
Run
goodbye.
along now.
Well, that was brief. I know you could spend a lot of time in there, but I didn't feel like it.
You've saved me. I was afraid I'd be trapped in there forever. Oh, it's so good to see you, but what are you doing here? Well, I didn't expect Dr. Braun to be alive and insane. I thought I'd just find notes or holotapes. I needed information about Braun and his work on the Gek. I did indeed. Braun's work, the Gek, was designed to readapt environments for living after a nuclear war. It's not entirely stable, but I'm sure that components of that technology are just what we need, what we've been missing all this time. I need to return to Rivet City. Once Madison knows about the Gek, I can get her to see that it really will work.
Alright.
I can't do this on my own. Madison, Dr. Lee, has a team of scientists working at Rivet City. They'll have to help. The facility hasn't been used in years. There'll be enough work for a good number of people, and it will take us a while. The sooner I get to Rivet City, the sooner Madison and I can get to work. Yes, what about you? Why in fact are you outside the vault at all? I don't even want to know how you got out. As much as I appreciate your help, you were supposed to stay there, to make a life for yourself there, not out here.
Well, let's see. You left the place, the overseer went mad, everyone started going insane. Guards pretty much were willing to kill me or something. Half the people are dead now. It's all thanks to you just leaving. Jonas is dead. Do you even care? I don't think you care.
Is that so? You're 19 years old. Are you so sure you know what you want from life already? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I suspect there's no going back for either of us. We'll just have to forge on ahead, won't we? That's my girl. Let's hurry. Now that I know what we need, I want to get back to work as soon as possible.
Alright, so... He can run off. I will chase after him later. This was interesting. Very interesting.
Hello, ma'am.
So, I think I'll go ahead and cut away here. I know there wasn't really much talking for me for most of this, other than some explaining.
Hello, ma'am.
But, you know, there's a lot of lore-intensive stuff, and I want to give people who want to read the lore and just listen to the conversations going back and forth a little bit of time to actually just read it. So, there. Anyway, I'm gonna go to Rivet City and we will continue with this endeavor. Hooray, endeavors.